Yes, my brother, I must tell you nothing but the truth. I love what is happening. The debate that is going on now in international place now is no longer the debate of Nigerian Aso Rock, whereby they will use money to buy over everything and tell lies. As usual, as their normal game. The UK is crashing today. Canada is crashing today. Why are they crashing with the US? Why are they crashing with Israel? Why are they crashing with the other part of the world leaders like Russia and the rest? The reason is this. I will tell you, is because of what? The oil and the gas, the resources that is in Nigeria, and that is what the UK is after, not for the development of Nigeria or the betterment of the people in Nigeria. The UK are not saying anything regarding to the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Simon Ekpa or this incessant killing unaliving people in Okigwe in the southeast zone of Nigeria. Do you know why they don't care? They don't bother because of that oil and gas. Because anything that happened that Biafra should break up, they know it vividly well. That are the UK, the 65-75% of the oil that they are making in Nigeria on a daily basis, they will not have access to it again. Are you hearing me? They will not do what? Have access to it again. You see why today the world leaders have gathered as a result of the insecurity and the killing of the Christians. That is where the US, hold hand. Why this killing of the Christians only in Nigeria? And most of these Christians that they are killing are these Biafrans that have been crying for freedom. The oil, the gas, the quota, the zinc. You don't know? The coal. Enugu is a coal city. Nkarago zinc. But when you talk of oil, what is it called? Salt. It's Ebonyi State. When you talk of like Abia and Co. What is it? Imo State. The kind of gas that is in Imo State is larger than the gas in the whole world. As I speak to you, UK now is playing a game to use pipe to run it from Imo State and cross Morocco. From Morocco, they will enter Spain. Then from Spain, they will now share the pipe. Everybody on your own. They will now lay their own pipe, sucking Biafran gas from Imo State to their own place as a result of the punishment that Russia, Putin, is giving to them. Because of what? The dispute that they have with Putin. Currently, as we speak. These people don't mean well. I mean UK. They don't mean well for humanity. They are too selfish. And they are greed. So they need to do away, wash their hand because they are evil. UK is the problem of Nigeria. UK is the reason why what is happening in Nigeria is happening. Did you know why? Because of the UK, because of that their selfish interest, they carry power and give it to a total stranger. The Fulanis. Instead of giving it, oh no, let's assume now they give it to ours. That would have been better. Why must it be the Fulani, a total stranger, the person, the people, the group that migrated to Nigeria in 1804? Because they were the one leading Nigeria then. So they are not the one leading Nigeria. They play a they played a politics, a game against the Nigeria because the Igbos that you join together, we the Igbos are the one that move the emotion of Nigerian freedom. And Nahoro is a Biafran man. In 1939, and Ojukwu came to Nigeria in 1938 from America, and they moved the motion and they gathered together to march for Nigerian freedom. I tell you today, in case you don't know, Biafra got their independence in 1957, the same year that Ghana got their own independence, but was denied politically. Are you hearing me? But politically, officially denied and ignored. Those is 57. Yes, yes. The same way they are politically denying Biafra. The same way they are politically ignoring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who hold their passport as a British citizen. They ignore. Politically, they ignore. Because they know that if they should choke him out, definitely Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. They politically, they ignore him. Yes. In 1959, the Northern got their own independence in 1959. Hello, MPC. Northern People's Congress. Then it was in 1960 that they gave Nigeria partial independence, not official independence, partially, because Nigeria is still serving as a slave, documentary slavery. Are you hearing me? Documentary slavery. Election was conducted. Go and check the report of Smith, Smith of England. The labor man who visited Nigeria for the first time in his life in 1955. Go and listen to his speech. Election was conducted in 1959, which Ezekiel won the election. He defeated Tafawa Balewa. But rigging, you see why Nigerian system is going like this. So rigging of election does not, it was the British that brought it to us, that introduced it to us. You understand me? So it was rigged in favor of Tafawa Balewa. And they made Ezekiel ordinary a ceremonial president. While Tafawa Balewa was the prime minister, whose power lies in his hand. Hello? Before they now give you this partial independence in 1960. As we speak now, what is coming in Nigerian, what is water side, what is it, all these importers or whatsoever? No, all these importers or their clearance or whatsoever. Not custom. Oh, think all those, you understand? The Apapa Wharf. The Nigerian wharf you are seeing today, do you know that British are making money from it? More than me and you. They enjoy, but when I finish now, Google it, they make up to 65% of every income that comes from that wharf. Yes. The major office of that wharf is not here in Nigeria. It's in their own country. You see why the case is being deliberately today and the UK is panicking because of what? Biafra. And US is interested, debating because of what? The Christians that they are killing. And now, US too, if you say yes, they are interested in the oil, good and fine, I am not concerned. They're interested with the resources. It's not bad, but to give us what we want, that which UK cannot give us. I want to put it to you that Liberia had their independence in 1865, 1862, officially in 1865. The Liberia you are seeing today, being colonized by America. If it were UK, would they give them such? If it was France, do you think that would have happened? Was it partial? It was not officially. Do you know that if you are a Liberian, as you are now, do you know that Liberian, they use dollar? Are you hearing me? Liberians uses dollar. And if you watch their English, the way they speak more of the Americans. And they have their freedom of movement with communication with America. Did Nigeria have freedom? Do you know how many Nigerians they have denied visa in embassy, struggling to go to UK without refunding them money? The money collected, swallowed, and they did not even give them the visa. And their money that they spent, they swallow it, and they couldn't refund the money. Is that not slavery? Documentary slavery. But our leaders, Nigerian politicians are traveling to UK, carrying our money, going to UK. UK is collecting it and saving it for them. How many of our Nigerian politicians, especially all these ministers, have UK denied visa? Have you ever heard that? Because bring the money, they know that they are criminal, they will thief the money, and UK will help them to keep it. And by the time they need the money, UK will add more percentage on their own money and give it to them. They say they collect, they borrow money, they borrow loan. Now our money, where they give them, then go collect, they add money. Is that not foolishness? That is what? Slavery, politically, documentary. You understand? So the the world leaders debate today is giving me joy. No wonder Bola Ahmed Tinubu ran to Plateau State. Do you know where he went? He didn't go to Moscow. He went to church to pray. Who asked him? He went there to start confession. That his grandfather or great-grandfather is a Christian, is a pastor, Reverend King, whatsoever. That even currently now his own wife is a pastor. Then you, who are you?
But do you not think
Paul, I know. Jesus, I know. Who are you?
But do you not think that's because of
because of this debate that is going on now about Biafra, you know, the debate, the world leaders are debating concerning Biafra, how to pull Biafra from Nigeria, pull Biafra out of Nigeria. That is why Bola Ahmed Tinubu begin to run her task. There is no other thing. And that is why UK is in coma now. Prince Charles is have been hospitalized. Hello? Yes. In Nigeria, House of Senate, go watch. I want people to be updated with facts and truth. There is a serious saga among them because they have found themselves in the center and in the state of what? How do I use, which word would I use to qualify it? In fact, zigzag, you use the word, you know, zigzag, like this. How is the way Nigerian House of Senate is now? Why? Because they have failed to do the needful. And now, the world leaders today have caught them unaware. Unexpected debates. And that is why they are all scared, because they know what will happen and what will finally play if this debate finishes in favor of Biafra. Or it finishes that there should be okay, let us use our hand, especially America to use their hand, or Russia to use their hand, conduct referendum. That means Nigeria is gone. Pull Biafra, destroy Nigeria. No Biafra, no Nigeria. If Biafra dies, Nigeria dies. And how can Biafra die? Nigeria.
Why is it? Because of you feel that economically the Igbos are the one pushing Nigeria.
We are the one booming Nigeria.
I disagree to that.
You disagree, but El-Rufai wife said now she agreed that Igbos are the pride of Nigeria internationally.
That's international.
Excuse me.
Talking about yes now
internationally, meaning that we are the one making the glory of Nigeria to fly high. Yes, to make the image of Nigeria to appear as if Nigeria is a country. The Igbos are the one making it, whereas Nigeria is not a nation. They are the one, the Biafrans are the one making it as if Nigeria is a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. So remove Biafra, there with no Nigeria.
Okay, so why do you think
in Lagos here, in Nigeria, it was the Biafrans that are making things to happen. It was the Biafrans. Excuse me, my brother. Go and check all the Fulanis. How many of them rent a house? How many of them rent? How many of them they pay NEPA bill?
Lagos is not Nigeria alone. Or the other
excuse me, take a look at it here. Then they pay for. They tell you, say then they pay for Ubuawasa. Are they paying there? They are not paying. And that is why Bola Ahmed Tinubu come now, then they cry, say the hardship too much. Because they have been eating a wolf things. Everything now wolf. It is no longer new to us, the system of Nigeria now. You see Igbo man complaining. We don't complain. Because it has been a normal thing, a normal routine to us. God have given us grace to do what? To manage everything. You understand? Whichever way. Do you see Igbo people in Nigerian corridor of power? They are local, our local, it's our turn. All of them are balancing in the Aso Rock. Do you see any Igbo man holding any key position? But yet, Igbos are worse stronger than them that believe that they are ruling. Yes! Go and check the percentage of development in Lagos, in Nigeria, in Kaduna, even in what is it, FCT Abuja. Go and check it. Out of 100, Igbos own 70–80% of that. Yes, take it or you leave it. Do your findings. In Lagos, yeah, the same thing. So what are you saying? Let them pull out their economy, pull out their money. Now you see Nigeria will collapse. Nigeria will collapse completely. Zero. Zero. What happened to the Biafrans, the Igbos during the war? If it happened to any part, any tribe in Nigeria, by this time they will not rise. Yes, I bet it they wouldn't have ever rise. See them now for their side now. Them that didn't what happened in the East did not happen there. Today they are the one begging. How many Igbo people you see their children parading in Agege, parading in Lagos State, begging, or their women, mama, their mother, they parade, they beg. How many? But the people in power are the one begging. That is to tell you, vice versa. God has chosen us, and God has ordained us, and God has been with us, and we are the choosing of the Lord, and the Lord's grace is with us. There is nothing Nigeria can do to stop that.
Again, the purpose of this event is to try to make sure that the Congress of the United States, the administration of this country, our friends and allies around the world, and not least, of course, people of goodwill in this country and elsewhere, are on notice that Nigeria is at risk of disastrous collapse, that the forces that we've just been talking about are in the process of taking down a country that is the most populous in Africa, with horrific implications, not just for the immediate vicinity, the Lake Chad region as it's known, but for that continent and almost certainly others beyond. Congressman Wolf mentioned Bona, talking about a catastrophe that would make what has happened to Europe in the past few years, as a relatively small number of people migrated there with unbelievably chaotic consequences, look like a day at the beach by comparison. We're on notice, and the question is, do we have to wait until this horror is upon us before something is done about it? Or do we take steps now to try to prevent that? And I don't think any of us is saying that this is a panacea, but the appointment of the appropriate individual with the requisite authority. I just wanted to underscore what Congressman Wolf said about having the President of the United States essentially personally empowering Senator Danforth to lead the effort on behalf of our country to alleviate that situation. That has to be done again, and it has to be an empowering of a person with the stature and the capabilities needed to do two really vital things. One is to pull together the government agencies that have responsibility for pieces of a problem like Nigeria. The Defense Department, as well as, of course, the State Department, USAID, the UN mission of the United States, the National Security Council, and others, to come together with a common, appropriate, and much-needed policy approach. And then secondly, at least as importantly, to be able authoritatively to represent what that approach is to the government of Nigeria. So they know who they're dealing with. They know that this is, in fact, the policy, and they can't go, looking for people who will provide some sort of alternative that might not require as much of them. So it's those two vitally important things that have to be done. And on behalf of, again, the Save the Persecuted Christians Coalition and team, I just want to say I think this is a moment of truth, a moment when we will find a difference being made by an administration that is about making a difference on behalf of religious freedom and those who are being denied it around the world. And let me just take a moment to say, as bad as this situation is, it is just one of the areas in the world in which particularly Christians are suffering. By some estimates, it's as small a number as 215 million Christians being brutally persecuted. By others, it's as high as 500,000. Excuse me, 500 million. This is on our watch. It is unconscionable. It must be challenged, contested, and if possible, stopped. And that's what this coalition is about. And I pray that we will be able, with the help of people like Congressman Estes and Congressman Wolf, and the Archbishop and our coalition and countless others to see this problem sorted by the appointment at the earliest possible moment, preferably by the end of this year, because these elections are approaching, of an individual with the requisite authority of the President of the United States and the assignment of making both the U.S. government policy coherent and clear and effective, and communicating that, again, authoritatively to the government of Nigeria, who in the end is ultimately responsible for preventing this catastrophe.
Yeah, indeed, Nigerian government is responsible ultimately for preventing this catastrophe. That was the word he ended with. But truly, can Nigerian government actually prevent this catastrophe? These people that pretend as if they don't care for the people, it seems nobody cares for the citizens of Nigeria. Do you even think that this country can hold for a very long time? Because there is nowhere that anybody is happy. There are a lot of agitation in all the parts of the country, the eastern parts, the southern part, the northern part of the country. Even the recent reform that President Tinubu is trying to do, the northerners, they are agitating because they seems not to like it because it doesn't favor them, right? Because this is a region that don't bring anything, they don't produce anything, but they share more. So the sharing formula is what Tinubu is changing. That is the major thing that is making them to agitate. And every one of them now just a para because they don't like it. So guys, what do you think about this whole story? Drop it right there in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share this video. God bless you. See you next time.
Some Igbo people should not have been born. That is why I hate the word IGBO. I can't stand it. The stupidity being exhibited by these people is second to none. These are the same people that killed your fathers, your mothers, your grandchildren. Even those unborn, they slaughtered everything. 6 million people. And you are giving them money. Dear Lord God, have mercy on these people. Your hopelessness is staggering. Staggering. I don't believe I'm from these people. I cannot believe it. That I was born in, God forbid bad thing, I can't believe it. You don't know who Buhari is? So you mean that we spent all our time stopping APC in Anambra for nothing? All of you still, some of you still went and contributed money to APC. May the good Lord have mercy upon all your wretched souls, because some of you are not worthy to be called human beings. Your stupidity is astonishing. Astonishing, I said. I have never seen such rubbish. How many Awasa people has ever contributed to any campaign led by an Igbo man? How many Awasa men has ever given money to Igbo people to run for presidency? God have mercy on your souls. Igbo people are hopeless. I don't know why I'm doing this program this evening. After reading this news today, I don't know if I'm to start crying for the ground to open. So I don't know what to feel or think. A people without honor. There is no articulated philosophy. They don't believe in anything. Money, they follow the Ekwensu. Buhari, you're contributing. Listen very, very carefully. Igbo people. Chukwu Abiyama would wipe away all of you from the face of the earth. In a few days' time, it will be next 71 years. You will no longer exist as a group of people because your hopelessness is beyond pardon. You are contributing money to Buhari's campaign. All of you were there. When it comes to your own kind, you find a voice to complain. When Nwobodo went to Jos and betrayed Ekwueme, nobody condemned Nwobodo. He is there as a political chieftain in Enugu. When that same senator from Enugu voted against Anambra joining the oil producing states, Nobody condemned him. But now all of you are flocking to give money to an Awasa person so they can give you Sharia law and Islamize you. All of you that gave money to APC, my prayer morning, noon, and night is that Chukwa Abia Magabuni. God will punish all of you. Because you are evil. 6 million people dead, it doesn't touch you. In the zoo where we are in today, we are scattered all over the place. When they want, they can burn our shops. Have you been to our villages, those of you back home during Christmas? How many decent buildings can you see in your village? What is working in your village? Instead of us to come together and say, how do we get Biafra and get away from this rubbish? You are giving money to a Muslim man, an extremist, a fanatic, a jihadist for that matter, that Islam can come. You have no shame. Where are the gossipers? Extraordinaire. Maybe some of you left Biafran struggle in China and in Japan, maybe to go and follow APC. Ebe Gode. You will all rot in hell, all of you.